Hi, I'm Jamie Michaels. I'm delighted to be speaking to you from my home office where I work as the campus minister and executive director for the Wesley Foundation, Merced. We serve the students, faculty, and staff of UC Merced and Merced colleges here in the Central Valley of California. I'm excited about the possibility of coming back to North Carolina, where I grew up and first experienced my call to ministry. Through my own experience as a student involved in campus ministry, through work with other student ministries in Washington, D.C., where I served as a US2 young adult missionary, and through my time here at the Wesley Foundation Merced, I've come to understand three critical components of a vital campus ministry: an environment that encourages faithful questioning, a community that practices radical hospitality, and a spirit of transformation of self and the world. College is a time of exploration, a time when students are often separating from the first time from their parents, families, and home communities. As such, they're beginning to discern for themselves what pieces of their faith and their habits and their beliefs belong to them, and what pieces they're ready to question or even to leave behind. They may also begin to ask, like Samuel, could God really be calling me into a life of service or faith? Or they may begin to doubt, like Moses, that they're equipped for such a life. In this often scary time, it's absolutely vital that the campus ministry remains a safe place for students to bring doubts and questions. The Wesleyan Quadrilateral helps to frame this understanding. Not only are we to use Scripture and our traditions to discern what God would have us do, but we're also to use our intellect, which is nurtured by academic study, and our experience, which students are building in this brand new setting. I dream of a campus ministry that encourages deep discipleship by asking students to test boundaries, to live out their faith in the midst of the deep questions and mysteries of life. At Wesley Merced, we've worked together on the practice of being vulnerable with one another so that we can be honest about our questions. I've worked to build a trusting relationship with students so that they feel comfortable coming to me and to one another when they're doubting or in crisis. All of this work has to be done in the context of community. Our doubts and our fears are often too great to hold alone, and our joys have to be shared. Fellowship with a community that can surround students with love and care is crucial to students being able to feel safe and held. Community is the place where we celebrate God together, the place where we study and learn from one another, and the place where we honor and pass on the traditions of the United Methodist Church and the Church Universal. It's also the place where we practice the social and relational skills of what it means to live with one another. Community is the place where our students work out their faith in dialogue, the place where they're both comforted in times of grief and challenged in times of complacency to deeper discipleship and to service of God's world. I envision a campus ministry that holds opportunities for deep relationship building that are open to all people, regardless of their history with the church or their knowledge of Scripture. Bible study, worship, service, and fellowship opportunities are all a part of that community, as is the idea of a deeper intentional living community. Here in Merced, I manage an interfaith living community with 7 residents, in addition to facilitating our on-campus programs. When we live and pray and praise together in community, we can challenge one another not only to focus on our inward spiritual life, but on God's call to feed the hungry, clothe the naked, visit those in prison, and care for the most vulnerable in our society. I believe service and social justice work to be integral to Christian community, and campus ministries are uniquely positioned to do this work. With students exploring new opportunities and being exposed to new ideas in the classroom, we can combine learning together with service and with long-term advocacy and justice work. In this way, we can teach students what it is to put their faith into action in the world, in the spirit of the United Methodist social principles. I imagine a campus ministry where students are so moved by their study of Scripture that they must engage their community, their local, national, even global community, in better ways so that we can be a better service to God's people. I have experience both in my current position and in my work at the Board of Church and Society in planning and facilitating these kinds of mission and service projects and trips. Through a spirit of faithful questioning, a focus on community, and a commitment to mission and justice, campus ministry can make disciples of Jesus Christ for the transformation of the world. I look forward to speaking with you all more about your program and about how I would bring my particular experience and knowledge to the Wesley Foundation at Carolina. I hope to hear from you soon. Grace and peace.